texaspete 21 YouTube channel. Got a little video for you today. This is the Dreamville MX full gas off-road. This will be a quick little moto. This is Moto 2. It's a 30-minute sprint in the open B class off to a pretty terrible start. Got some familiar faces out here. Had a good day racing with some people I know and hanging out with some friends. We do have Dalton Anderson out here, and of course you got me and Mason DeJarnette. Also a Rain Visuals rider, Tyler Urban, pulled the whole shot in both of these motos, ripping his Honda with his sick new graphics. But we are aboard a 2018 CRF150R. Tell you what, this bike was probably not the move out here in this sugar sand. I didn't know how deep it was going to be. I've never been to Dreamville. Regardless, it was a blast, that's for sure. The track was a nice little mix of some pines and some thicker area. Then, you know, you hop out in some fields and some moto. Keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. We were definitely having a hard time with the dust out here. It was pretty difficult to see, especially being in the back. Haven't quite figured out how to crank this thing up quick and easy, consistently that is. Every once in a while it'll fire off in one or two kicks. It's one of my more favorite sections here. I like the tighter trails with some good flow to them. I probably wasn't feeling the flow right here though. Hey, laugh if you want to. I know I wasn't the only one out here. These roots with this soft sand, easy to wash out in a heartbeat. Shout out to Evan Buchanan. He requested for next video to have some commentary / voiceover. I know it's been a minute since we've done something like that, so hopefully you guys appreciate it. Drop a like on this video if you think I'm crazy for racing a SUPERMINI out here in a big bike race. This is the Pro AB race at the Full Gas Series. Hate on it if you want. It's a blast. I didn't think I'd be out here doing something like this if you would have asked me a year ago, but it's kind of a newfound passion for the mini bikes. Of course, you see the Rain Visuals on the bar pad. Shout out to Rain Visuals. I've been running the decals lately. So check us out, rainvisuals.com. Got some nice new designs on there, and we mainly do custom as well. So if you're looking for some custom decals, we got the highest quality stuff. We use the same materials as like SKDA and Decal Works. Super easy to put on, comes off easy, looks great, and it lasts a long time. It's thick stuff. Since we've already done a moto, this is the second time on the bike in this event. Kind of know some of the lines with these short laps. I believe the lap was like 4 miles long. It was all about trying to find a place to save some time. I was doing okay in the woods. I definitely was losing on the motocross track. Seeing right here. Some of these super deep sections were just eating up the power. two-stroke up here, trying to make up some ground on the glass. Don't know what the heck Dalton's doing over there, but glad he's okay and managed to snag a few positions. Actually, all three of those guys were in my class. Try not to lose it right there. Just trying to ride the edges, trying to get up in the grass where the deeper sand is and try to dodge some of the roots and stuff. A lot of the outside berms were getting blown out, so trying to cut inside of some of the holes and sometimes go inside of the main line a little bit on the outsides. You see right here, just going through the main blowed out line, but sometimes trying to cut inside of it a little bit. Something that Stu Bear always, or sometimes he talks about, riding the edges. It's kind of the path of least resistance where most people aren't taking. It's usually smoother, and smooth is fast. Got one of the women AB riders here. There's two of them out there today. Missed a good line there on the inside. Gonna recover now, so you see I go to the right edge right here. Maybe not so much that time. Try to dodge some of those holes. This Cowie's in my class. Take a look here. Yeah, no, he's not open beat. So I'm sure he'll let me by here sooner or later. Things for sure, it was a beautiful day, probably like 70, 75 degrees, maybe a little bit hotter in the afternoon, but shout out to Keith Mitchell and the Andersons for having some shade. Helped out during the in between the motos and whatnot, try to stay cool. I don't know if it's just because I'm out of shape or what, but I definitely ended up putting my water bag on for the second moto. First moto, I would try to do 30 minutes without any of it. I was getting kind of thirsty, kind of parched out here, breathing in all this dust. Speak of it. Drop out on the motor track. This spot was just terrible, the way it was so slippery with the hard pack. Felt like I didn't know how to ride right here at all. Just trying to hang on to the bike from sliding out. But yeah, pretty embarrassing. If you're looking forward to me hitting a double out here, you better go watch Keith Mitchell's video, because it's not going to happen. Definitely came in a little too hot right there. I did put some stainless steel braided brake lines on this bike, but I need to do a little little something more, maybe an oversized rotor kit. The brakes aren't all that great with the single piston caliper in the front. So we got Down Rider over here on the left. That's Camden Jones. Hope he's doing okay. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's aboard the new Triumph. That's a really sweet bike. They cut out the triple jump right there. I definitely wasn't gonna hit anyway. We got a rider here in my class going by me. I'm gonna lose a spot there. We'll see if we can make it back up in the woods. He's definitely a moto guy, that's for sure. This is one of the deepest turns right here. Just sugar singing for days. Shout out to this guy on the left. Hopefully he got a video or something, but I guess he busted his radiator on a tree in the first minute, so he's just going to cheer us on out here in the second one. Not making up any time on the 88 out here in the field. Getting back to that spot where I fell the first lap. That did end up being my only fall of the day, so it's okay. Jump ahead a little bit. That Yamaha was putting a little bit of a gap on me. So I believe this is where we're going to be closing it up a little more. Yeah, there we go. You saw me going right at the hole that time. They put a cone right there on the inside. There's a nice little hotline. I never was able to take it in the first meta, but they definitely blocked it off now. So we got him over there on the left. You can see, I don't know what he ended up doing, but he went way out in the woods and totally missed the trail. So we're going to go back by. I'm not sure if he was on a 250 or 450, but this is an open class, so you can race whatever you want. It's the 150R. Maybe if I had put a sand tire on there, might have been able to dig a little bit, but I was just struggling for power. Overall, it's pretty smooth though. I like the way the bike handles. So towards the end of the lap here, he's gonna come back on me. Nice little move there. Show me the front wheel. I hear ya. There we go. A little bit of a jump, just a little baby double. Of course, I hit it like a goon. jumped ahead a little bit where I caught him back in the woods. This is getting later in the moto. Things are getting a little heated, you know, getting a little winded, so it can be difficult to make a move if you're going a similar speed. You always hope for them to make a mistake, but it's not guaranteed. One thing too is to be able to make a pass on a small mistake, you gotta be pretty close so you can capitalize on that. Closer than I am right now, I'll tell you that. Sometimes it can be easy to make yourself kind of settle in behind somebody and just start riding their pace, but at the end of the day, you gotta try to fight that and push to be able to get close to make a move. Back to where I passed him the lap before. Definitely learned from his mistake and took a better line this time around. So I only did 3 laps in this moto. Ended up my second lap was my fastest. Ended up being 3 seconds faster than my fastest lap in the first moto. So even though the track's getting a little rougher, I was able to shave off a few seconds from my hot lap in the first race. That comes with just getting a little more comfortable with the track too. But honestly, 3 seconds is not that much. I stay pretty consistent throughout the day, keeping my lap times all within the same range. Shout out Mike Anderson out here making some videos as I get roosted. Last ditch effort here to make a move. Get cut off. Yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. You know, once I get it back on the motocross track, I'm not going to be able to keep up with him. We got Ryder Lafferty rolling. Ended up taking the overall lap through both motos.